Hello, darlings, and welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales, where we tell the truth the tabloids won't touch. I'm Adrian, and today we're diving into yet another baseless attack on Meghan Markle, this time from Phil Dampier and Esther Crack, who are now claiming that Prince William saw through Meghan's marriage plan. Yes, you heard that right. The narrative is getting more desperate by the day, so grab a cup of tea or a glass of wine, because this episode is going to be explosive. The world outside is noisy, full of confusion. Here, let's pause for a moment. Today we turn our attention to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, a story that's captivated the world. The tales spun about them are many, often contradictory, designed to provoke. Two people found each other, fell in love, and chose to build a life together under the world's spotlight. This is the environment they had to navigate. Let's look past the noise and seek the quiet truth. Welcome. The tabloid machine is always hungry, feeding on sensational stories. Lately, its whispers have grown louder, claiming Meghan married Harry for personal gain. She's painted as a cunning operator, using the royal family as a ladder. These stories are presented as fact, designed to be believed. But where do they come from? Unnamed sources, palace insiders, ghosts unverifiable. This isn't journalism, it's fiction crafted to sell papers and generate clicks. The volume of accusations creates a sense of reality, but sometimes the smoke is just smoke, an illusion for profit. The truth is rarely as simple as the headlines suggest. Let's keep searching. To understand the criticism against Meghan, we must look deeper at racism, sexism and classism. Meghan is a biracial American, a self-made professional, different from the royal mould. For some, this difference sparked suspicion, not celebration. Racism surfaced in headlines and coded language, old stereotypes, subtle but damaging. She was judged not on character, but background. Sexism played its part, her ambition called calculating, her confidence called arrogance. She was expected to be quiet, demure, a silent accessory. When she spoke up, she was punished. Classism too. She wasn't born into aristocracy, she was an actress, an outsider. Criticism often felt like a reminder she didn't belong. These currents, racism, sexism, classism, converged to create a storm of negativity. Ignoring them misses the heart of the story. The attacks weren't just about actions, but about who she was. The narrative was shaped by prejudice, not just opinion. Understanding this context is essential. It's not just about Meghan, it's about the forces that shape public perception. We must see the bigger picture. Only then can we understand the true cost of her story. Before Meghan met Harry, she was already accomplished. She starred in Suits, built her career through hard work and was financially independent. She didn't need a prince to save her. Meghan was a dedicated humanitarian, working with the UN, World Vision, and advocating for gender equality. Her passion for these causes was genuine, not adopted for royal approval. She brought her own voice, achievements, and modern perspective to the monarchy. Meghan was not an empty vessel, she was a woman of substance. The narrative that she needed the royal family for fame or fortune doesn't hold up. She already had both. What she sought was a partner and a larger platform for her humanitarian work. The idea that she gave up everything for a calculated move ignores her reality. She was successful and independent long before becoming a duchess. Her story is one of strength, not opportunism. Let's remember who she truly was. The media's double standard is clear in the stories of William and Harry. William and Kate's relationship is painted as a perfect fairy tale, steady, traditional. Kate is praised for patience and grace. Harry and Meghan's romance is called rushed, dramatic. Meghan is criticised for being an equal partner, for public affection. The very things seen as romantic elsewhere are called unroyal here. William's concerns about Harry's relationship are framed as wisdom, but reflect institutional rigidity, the real conflict, personal happiness versus institutional duty. Harry chose love over tradition, challenging the system. The system pushed back, using media double standards as a tool. There's no single right way to love. All bonds can be valid, all can be beautiful. The story isn't just about brothers, it's about the struggle between old and new. Love and tradition don't always align, but both deserve respect. At first, the Queen welcomed Meghan warmly. Public approval, rare honours, shared smiles. It seemed the monarchy was evolving, embracing a new kind of member. The wedding was a global celebration, tradition blended with modern multicultural elements. For a moment, hope prevailed, a symbol of a more inclusive royal family. But the tides shifted. Relentless media attacks changed public perception. The difficult Duchess narrative stuck, creating pressure within the palace. The institution, built to avoid controversy, struggled with the media storm. The family was torn between supporting Meghan and protecting the institution. The initial promise faded, eroded by constant negativity. The support Harry and Meghan needed wasn't always there. The fairy tale crumbled under the weight of an old system resisting change. The Queen's warmth couldn't shield them from institutional forces. The media storm was too strong. The tragedy? A hopeful beginning lost to relentless pressure. The lesson: even the warmest welcome can be undone by forces unwilling to change. Today, Harry and Meghan have forged a new path. They left a habitat that no longer fit, seeking a life with more control over their story. The tabloids still spin tales of unhappiness and irrelevance. But look closer. They're thriving. They've built Archerwell, signed production deals and continue their advocacy. They're raising their children in peace, living on their own terms. Their story is one of courage and self-determination, not failure. They teach us about resilience, about walking away from harm and building anew. Their journey isn't over, but now they hold the pen. No longer just characters in others' stories, they're the authors of their own lives. That's powerful. As we finish our tea, let's remember, seek the full story, be kind in judgment, question the narratives, be bold enough to choose your own path. Harry and Meghan's story is a reminder. Love, courage and truth can light the way. In a world of noise, hope matters. Their journey inspires us to look deeper, to value authenticity over headlines, and to believe in the power of starting anew. That's a story worth telling. So here's the truth, darlings. Meghan Markle didn't use the royal family. The royal family used her, then discarded her when she refused to play the game. And now, years later, the smear campaigns continue. But guess what? Meghan and Harry are thriving, and no amount of tired, whipped narratives or ghost-sourced gossip is going to change that. Thanks for tuning in to Meghan and Harry Tales. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, we'll keep spilling the royal tea they don't want you to hear. Until next time, stay bold, stay kind, and stay woke.